Hello guys, this is Red from Red's Third Dimension Gaming, and today I am reviewing Toren, the indie game from developer Swordtales and the publisher Versus Evil. At first glance, Toren may just seem like a typical indie game to you guys, but once you emerge from this vibrant world, you're going to want to continue this. The storyline of Toren is very similar to Bloodborne and the Souls series, where you pretty much have to search around the environment in order to get more story-oriented content. The developer Swordtales lets a player find out more from the world by completing puzzles and continuously attacking the gigantic dragon. I found Toren's story to be completely unique, and the entire journey was about discovery and overcoming obstacles. In the game, players will be gently guided through the environment as Moonchild. What I mean by gently guided, I mean the game doesn't tell you everything that you have to do. You're required to do a little bit of exploration to get through the game. At the beginning of the game, a player will start as a child and will quickly be transformed into an adult as they tackle this coming-of-age expedition. An interesting fact about Toren is that all the metaphorical and reference stories and lore within the game are based on ancient and cultural myths. Some of these include the Tree of Life, the Kabbalah, sorry if I butchered that name, the Tower of Babel, and the hero's journey. Also, there are deities that are represented by stars and satellites as the sun and the moon. As a whole, the story is the main drive behind a player wanting to finish this short and sweet tale. It takes about 2 hours. If you're trying to find everything, it's about a 2.5 to 4 hour journey, depending on how fast you're able to find everything in the game without having to look it up. The graphics in Toren are absolutely vivid and beautiful. Even though the graphics are contrast heavy and stunning looking, there is a huge problem with frame rate in here, where it'll just drop here and there, and there's also a lot of screen tearing, and you'll notice this a lot, and that takes away from the beauty of the game. It's so beautiful, but then when you start seeing screen tearing and frame rate issues, it just takes a little bit from the game. Some of the best looking graphics in the game come from the fights between the dragon and the Moonchild, and the detailing on the Tree of Life looks fantastic. Gameplay for Toren is very simplistic when it comes to attacking minor enemies. A player can simply toss an enemy off of Moonchild at the beginning of the game, but once you get a sword, you can also attack them. There's also a ritual where you can upgrade your sword, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do there because it requires a player to do a little bit of exploring. As a player progresses, the combat and strategy part of Toren will get more creative and fun in the mini-series of boss fights against the dragon. Puzzles are some of this game's bread and butter. They become increasingly more difficult to figure out as you progress through the game. While touching a stone, a player is reincarnated into a new environment. These puzzles require some finesse and include locations that are underneath water in almost complete darkness, and there's even a windy level that can knock you completely off a cliff. They're all different and unique. Overall, Toren is an intriguing and unique experience that will draw players in instantly. The game has some drawbacks such as frame rate issues, screen tearing, and there is a little monk trophy that does not always appear for players. This makes me very frustrated when I do exactly what I'm supposed to do to get this, and even starting over the game in order to try to get this little bronze trophy. But thank goodness there's not a platinum trophy for this game, or I'd be even more torn about not getting that. Despite these issues, the 2-hour journey was a completely different experience that I did not expect to have from an indie title. With that all said, I give the game a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like the right price to pick up this game would be for $5 or $7, because $10 for a 2-hour game that you're never going to probably play again after you beat it and did everything seems a little bit pricey, but overall the game's pretty fantastic for what it is. If you'd like to see the full written review, go use the link in the description below. If you'd like to buy the game and help support my channel, you can use the Amazon link below to buy a PSN card and purchase the game on the PlayStation Store. Don't forget the thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. See you guys.